8 prey that predators rarely find. Natural areas are being reduced in size, and the number of wild animals is falling, as a direct result of the resource-hungry nature of modern society. According to the findings of our 2022 Living Planet report, the number of wild animals around the globe has decreased by an average of 69% since 1970. Even though there have been astounding and motivational victories and stories involving wildlife in the past, many creatures are still in danger, primarily as a result of human activities that are not sustainable. On the red list maintained by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, IUCN, there are over 41,000 species that have been determined to be facing an extremely high risk of going extinct. The following are the 8 wild creatures that are considered to be the most endangered in the world. Number 8. Javan rhinos. Due to poaching and the destruction of their natural habitat, the population of Javan rhinos has experienced a precipitous drop in recent years. They were once widespread throughout Southeast Asia. Only on the island of Java in Indonesia is there a natural population of Javan rhinos, which makes them one of the rarest of all the rhino species. There are approximately 75 individuals in this population. The Ujung Kulon National Park, which is listed as a World Heritage Site, is the only place where Javan rhinos may still be found today. However, the area is also plagued by the invasion of the orangutang, which results in the rhinos having less food to consume and a smaller territory in which to wander. In addition, the small Javan rhino population is particularly susceptible to extinction as a result of natural disasters, sickness, poaching, and the possibility of inbreeding among members of the species. Number 7. Amur leopard. With only about 100 individuals now living in the wild, the Amur leopard is one of the most endangered big cats in the world. This leopard subspecies has been listed as critically endangered ever since it was first discovered in 1996, even though its wild population appears to be steady and even growing. And there is a good reason for this. At present, Amur leopards can only be found in a very small region in the far east of Russia and the northeastern part of China. The existence of the remaining Amur leopards is imperiled by several factors, including the destruction and fragmentation of their habitat, the lack of available prey, and the construction of transportation infrastructure such as highways. Despite this, there is still a chance that this endangered large cat will survive. Roughly 75% of their native range is protected in Russia and China, and they are also expanding their range into appropriate habitats that are located outside of these protected areas. Number 6. The tiger of Sunda Island. At a maximum weight of only 140 kilograms, the Sunda Island tiger, also known as the Sumatran tiger, is the world's smallest subspecies of tigers. The tigers that inhabit the Amur region are the largest of all the big cats. Males can weigh up to twice as much as the tigers that inhabit Sunda Island, which serves as a point of comparison. They are exclusively found on the island of Sumatra in Indonesia, making them extremely uncommon. It is thought that there are only about 600 of them still living in the wild. The human population in Southeast Asia increased from 357 million in the 1980s to an estimated 668 million in the year 2020. This is a nearly 100% increase. In addition, as a result of this, the number of tigers, along with the size of their natural habitats, has been decreasing. Tigers living on Sunda Island are more likely to come into contact with people as human settlements in the area continue to grow. This could result in an even higher incidence of human-tiger conflict in the future. The poaching of tigers and the unregulated trade in tiger parts and products are other major threats to the species' ability to continue existing. Number 5. Mountain gorillas. The mountain gorilla is a subspecies of the eastern gorilla that can only be found in 2 separate populations. These populations are found in the volcanic, mountainous parts of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Rwanda, and Uganda, as well as in Uganda's Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. The Virunga landscape is characterized by a lengthy history of political instability, as well as significant levels of poverty throughout the region. People have moved into areas closer to these big apes for food, shelter, and space, which poses a serious threat to the mountain gorilla population. At the moment, over 500,000 humans live near mountain gorilla habitats, which poses this hazard. Despite this, Mountain gorillas are making a promising comeback because of conservation activities and interventions carried out by local and international partners as well as the WWF as part of the International Gorilla Conservation Plan. There are hardly more than 1,000 mountain gorillas left in the wild, which is why this particular species is considered to be critically endangered. Despite this, there are still several dangers that could slow down the recovery process for this species. Number 5. Orangutan tapanuli. The tapanuli orangutan is a recently discovered species of orangutan, and it was recognized as a separate species in the year 2017. Orangutans of the tapanuli subspecies are only found in the wild in a single population, which is confined to the tropical forests of the Batang Toru environment on the island of Sumatra in Indonesia. Nowadays, these monkey species that live in the trees are considered to be in a state of critical endangerment since there are fewer than 800 individuals left in the wild. This status makes them the most endangered great ape species in the world. When tropical forests are cleared to make way for agriculture, mining, hydropower, and geothermal development, one of the most significant dangers to their continued existence is the destruction of their natural habitat. Between the years 1985 and 2007, more than 40% of the forests in the province of North Sumatra, which is home to the tapanuli orangutan, were eradicated. Number 3. The Yangtze endless porpoise. The Yangtze finless porpoise is the only living species of freshwater porpoise that can be found everywhere in the world, making it the odd one out in its family. This aquatic animal is classified as a species that is facing an extremely high risk of extinction and can be found in the Yangtze River in China. Many animal species that make their home in the Yangtze River Valley are in danger as a result of years of environmental degradation, overfishing, and water pollution in the region. Several rare species, such as the Yangtze finless porpoise, may soon face extinction as a direct result of this unfortunate development, which may serve as a sharp reminder of what is to come. Number 2. Black rhinos. Between the years 1960 and 1995, there was a significant decline in the number of black rhino populations as a direct result of large-scale poaching. Just about 2% of the population managed to withstand the harsh assault in the past. Since the 1990s, rhino populations across Africa have more than doubled as a direct result of successful conservation efforts. However, the IUCN still considers black rhinos to be in critically endangered status, and there are only about 630 of them left in the wild. Number 1. African forest elephant. The elusive forest elephant is one of the two members of the African elephant species. It is only found in the thick, humid forests of West and Central Africa. Because of their reserved nature, we don't know how many wild elephants live in Africa's forests, but we do know that they are a species that is facing an extremely high risk of extinction and that their numbers have dropped by an estimated 86% in the past 31 years. The destruction of habitats and the conversion of land for agricultural and other uses have led to the fragmentation of habitats as well as an increase in human-elephant conflict, which has resulted in losses on both sides. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.